Yeah! How y'all doing today, baby? Your boy feeling good. Super Bowl Dolphins on the way. Y'all hit that like button. Woo! Listen, man, welcome to the AFC East Roundtable. Listen, man, I'm excited, man. I'm in here, setting up my office, getting all set up and stuff, trying to find the right, camera pitches and all that good stuff. Shout out to the Mod Squad. Shout out to all the members of the channel. Listen, man, y'all hit that like button on your way in the building. Let your friends and family members know about the channel as well. We're going to have a great show for y'all today. Hopefully you all enjoy it. Listen, man, shout out to Glenn, who is one of our top tier members. But we want to welcome another top tier member tonight who signed up for the Patreon and for the $50. So they'll be coming on tonight. Lino. I don't even know why I'm shouting out Lino. Lino be hating, man. But let's bring everybody in. What's up, Richie and Kobe?
What's intro, dude.
Oh, I thought you weren't going to walk in for a minute. I ain't going to lie.
TD.
Yeah, Richie started the music, then stopped it, man. I was about to dance.
I saw you peeking around the corner, dude. What you doing?
That's for you right there. Listen, man, that was a good intro. I think that I'm seeing a new era of your content game. You know what it is? The standing desk. Don't you feel like you got more freedom to work with? TD in his new setup. Do you know what's next, TD?
What?
You got to get one of these. So you have even more freedom to walk around.
Yeah. You know what? That's coming soon, Richie.
I got to go back and forth.
The other side. I got to finish up my other side.
Yeah, and then you get this mic, and then you'll be able to just, if you want, switch real quick to this from that one, and then you get to walk around the whole space.
I'll probably be walking.
I know you will. Well, shout out to everybody in the chat. The AFC East Roundtable is live. Big time shout out to BetUS, of course, for being the proud sportsbook sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable. Dan Mitchell is not going to be here tonight. He's not feeling too well, so he's resting up. But we're excited. He'll be back tomorrow, of course. We love you, Dan. Hope you're feeling well. But don't worry, we'll be talking things about Buffalo. Tonight's topic is the AFC East bold predictions. So we're going to get some bold predictions for the Buffalo Bills, for the Miami Dolphins, the New York Jets, and the New England Patriots. And speaking of the Patriots, Colby, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm good, man. I feel a little mellow today, Like there's something in the air. I feel like a lot of people are sick right now. I'm not even feeling that great myself, but I was like, the show must go on. I heard Dan Mitchell wasn't going to show up, and I said, well, shoot, somebody's got to represent those Buffalo Bills, so I made sure to show up for you guys tonight. But, hey, man, it's going to be a good episode.
You're a Patriots fan. What do you mean you're showing up for Bills Mafia? You should be repping one team on the AFC's roundtable.
I'm buying into the delusion that everybody thinks I care about Buffalo.
No, you're not buying in. It's true.
Rich.
He'll undercover Bills fan. That's
where you feel deep down.
Guys, I feel like I'm the only one on the roundtable here that doesn't have one of those rising desks, and I got to get one myself.
You know what? You should get one.
I got FOMO.
I'm plugging in something. I would highly recommend it to you.
I do, bro. You kidding me? I'm gonna get one of those little what's it called? Those little treadmill things too. So I'm gonna be doing a video while I run.
Because you know what you do have, Colby. You know what you do have. You have this.
I got the mini mic, bro.
Right? Hold on.
I don't have the mini mic. I got to get the mini mic.
Mini mics are clutch.
All right.
How much mini mics cost?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me through here?
Yeah.
Yep. How much the mini mics cost?
Like $2 something.
Like I'll send you the link.
Yeah, dude.
It's like $250.
What a $12 mini mics, man.
I had those. They suck.
Hey, it's all good.
I don't recommend those things. Those little TikTok ones. You mean the little shit that be coming
like
this?
Look who's in the chat, TD. Who just sent in a super chat. Shout out to Jake Asman. Who you met in. Jake, shout out to Jake Asman, everybody, right now. I want everyone to spam the like button on Jake Asman's super chat, right? You can do that on YouTube and respond. If you don't know who Jake Asman is, he is absolutely killing the game right now in the Jets content space on YouTube, the Jake Asman Show. Go check him out. And we got to show the clip or something because when TD and Jake met, Jake was ready. Jake, what he interviewed TD about was phenomenal. I'll let you see.
Fun fact about Jake Asman, ladies and gentlemen, especially all the Dolphins fans. We had a great conversation at Radio Row one-on-one off camera. Jake's actually a Dolphin fan. He just covers the Jets. So a lot of y'all may not know that, but now you know. Jake is an undercover Dolphins fan that covers the Jets. So I'm just saying. How you like that, Jake?
He clicked off right when you started to say that. He clicked off.
He sent the super chat and just like, all right, I'm done with this.
You know what? What was that? Man. That's not true. You know it. But the funny thing is, Jake, can you somehow, or I'll just have to go and clip it, or we just find it right now. Because when Jake Asman got you on his show for the first time, it felt like Jake had years of preparation in his mind. Because what he asked you was just perfect. It was just like...
He set me up, bro. He had the clips ready and everything.
And his editor is the source. And if you don't know who Jake Asman is, by the way, too, his editor is the one who made this.
Dolphin fans, you tripping. Breece Hall is right now the best running and catching back outside of Christian McCaffrey in the league. The depth of the Jets O-line might be better than our whole O-line unit. Like, real talk. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I think we're going to sweep Buffalo this year. Maybe, and I sure hope so. But don't sweep Buffalo and replace it with getting swept by the Jets. It is a fact that they're deeper than us on the O-line, deeper than us at linebacker. It is a fact that they're deeper than us on the D-line. Better cornerback unit overall. Well, let's stop lying to ourselves. The Jets have a better roster than the Miami Dolphins. That's actually a fact, man. I don't have to sit here and be a homer and just tell you, we're better. They got a better roster by far. Richie, y'all gonna keep on recycling this AI. Y'all need to stop, man.
Dude, it's crazy that you said all those things and you were even wrong. Like, it's one thing the Jets fans to be delusional, think all those things, but you believed it.
AI getting good. AI is getting top notch, baby.
Oh my!
Listen, man. Listen. At the end of the day, I was wrong about a lot of that stuff. Yeah, we didn't sweep the Buffalo Bills, and the Jets had a better roster. They were just trash. I mean, I still believe the Jets had a better roster. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Hey, but y'all stop clipping me. Stop clipping me, man.
It's too easy, bro. It's too easy.
We got a lot of clips on you, dude. I got clips on you.
We all got clips. Oh, yeah. So we do have an announcement as well. Glenn is giving away a $50 tier Patreon member. And if you guys did not know by now, if you guys want to become a Patreon member, it is linked at the top of the chat. All right. And if you guys want to support us on the Patreon, it's a lot of fun. There's so much to be excited about in the Patreon. We completely revamped it, and I'm going to show you guys here in a sec. So click the link at the top of the chat. It'll bring you over to our Patreon, and we have a lot of fun things in the works for the Patreon, including film studies of all the NFL prospects for the 2025 NFL Draft. That's what we're definitely going to be able to launch soon. We are in the works of that. The practice squad is an affordable way to contribute. It's $3 a month. If you want to pay annually, it's once a year with 20% off, right? You got the starter, all these things, you see it listed, and the all-pro tier, which is a lot of fun. It gets you access to our custom film room, of course. We got a private community, Patreon shout-out, merch. You get a 10% discount code there, and then the ultimate tier, the Hall of Famer, which you might as well rename it to the Glenn and the Lino TV tier, because those are the
Glenn
two
of
people
Famer.
The Glenn of Famer. So Glenn is giving away a Hall of Fame tier membership tonight. All right, so it's Glenn's rules. I don't even know how Glenn's going to do this, by the way. We haven't really talked to you, Glenn, but Glenn's going to figure out a way to pick someone. All right? If you win, you have to call in and participate, Glenn says.
Yes.
So that's a part of this. So if you want to enter a chance to win this, folks, okay, stay tuned because I'm going to announce it soon, and Glenn will be the reason why you are a Hall of Fame member. All right? We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. That's an exciting thing.
Dude, I think something's in my eye right now. Oh, everything's like blurry.
What do you think, TD? You think that's gonna be fun? Getting in?
Yeah.
Glenn's giving away a Hall of Fame tier. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's dope. Glenn always look out for the channel, always doing big things like that, man. I'll just say, Glenn, thank you. you always really do hold Roundtable Sports down as a whole in your many contributions that you make. He even sponsored a segment this year, the QB Corner, which was pretty cool. So always, Glenn, you know what time it is, man. Thank you. And whoever wants this, you gotta want it, but you gotta want to come on and actually participate in the call-in segment. And also go to TikTok, Roundtable Sports TikTok, and follow us on TikTok, baby.
We're grinding on TikTok. I don't know if you guys see it, but there's new TD's next, but all four of us is posting TikToks on Roundtable. Dan is, of course, spearheading the operation here, but I've been posting a daily TikTok on Roundtable Sports, which has been a lot of fun. So if you guys want to go support us on TikTok, we're really trying to build that thing up. Just type in Roundtable Sports Network. It'll come up that on Instagram as well. So hit the like button, everybody. Let's do it. Now, I think I found out how we can get these people in on the giveaway, how they can enter for the chance to win the Glenn Hall of Fame tier. You ready for this, folks?
Glenn.
So I just thought of it. This is what we're going to do. I just put a link in the chat. All right. What that link does, I'm going to pin it at the top. What that link does is going to take you to this morning's episode of Wake Up and Ball. That's where the link's going to take you. This was TD and I on our brand new show, Wake Up and Ball. This was live this morning, 8:30 a.m. If you guys can come here and leave a comment, Glenn. Just write Glenn and subscribe to this YouTube channel. So you just got to do two things. Say Glenn, and then click the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel subscribe button. You'll get to enter for a chance to win. And then when Glenn comes in later, he's going to pick somebody in the comment section. And also, disclaimer, do not enter unless you're willing to come on the screen and do a call-in show. Thank you to Glenn for sponsoring that, and thank you to Glenn for giving one away. I'm excited to see who wins. All right, so I'm going to refresh this, and by the end of the show, we're going to see comments, and we're going to have Glenn pick it out. All right?
What a guy.
Let's do it. So let's get into the topic. AFC East bold predictions. All right? Let's do it. Let's start with the Buffalo Bills. Colby, since you're the biggest Bills fan on this panel right now.
Yeah, dude.
What do you think a bold prediction could be for the Buffalo Bills in this offseason? Is there anything that rings a bell, whether it's a huge roster move where they're going to make a splash trade that no one sees coming? Because I feel like that's a possibility. So where is your headspace with the Buffalo Bills this offseason? A surprise move that will catch everybody by storm? Or will they just be the same Bills and not do anything like that and just be smart in the back end?
You know what? I think that this is a hot take, and maybe some won't, but I firmly believe that this right here is a hot take based off of what we've seen from his career prior to 2024. I think that we have a new Josh Allen on our hands. I think that he has only gotten better every couple of years, and he is on a new upward trajectory. So my hot take, it's a hot take for a reason, okay? We're not doing realistic takes. We're doing hot takes. My hot take is that the Josh Allen we saw last year, Mr. No Interception himself, Mr. I don't turn the ball over no more, I think that that is the new Josh Allen, and he picks up in 2025 where he did 2024. I know it's a hot take because I saw TD's face.
Wait. What's the take again?
Richie, John, listen.
Colby, TD.
I'm so done with Colby.
I was in the middle of putting something on. So just say the take again in a very concise way, like one sentence.
It ain't a hot take, it's a burnt take. You know, man.
So long story short, I said that Josh Allen, he is going to replicate what he did in 2024. Like, he's not going to be the guy that we've seen in recent years turn the ball over. I don't think he's a one-hit wonder. I think he picks off where he left off.
Okay, so your bold take is Josh Allen being consistent.
Yeah, and that's why it's a hot take. That's why it's a hot take.
All right, there you go. That's a bold prediction. So I like that, but the topic was more about this offseason. Yeah, like a move.
All right,
it's all right. But I like that, though. You can run with that. I got something for the offseason, but I do like that take.
I thought it was a good one.
I do like it. It's a good one. It's like right there. It's like so simple. For me, I'm thinking bigger. And Dan would appreciate this if Dan is watching. I'm thinking the Buffalo Bills are going to make a splash trade. I really do. For one of the biggest names. I think they're going to figure out a way to work it. I think the Buffalo Bills know that this offseason, there needs to be some change. And I think a change could be another star because the Buffalo Bills are a Super Bowl team. If you get to the AFC Championship game, you are a Super Bowl team. You're the Final Four of the NFL. You were one step away. So, and of course, we know why they can't get to the big game. They're 0-4 against the Chiefs. And of course, that loss to the Bengals. How can the Bills get over the hump? Because let's be honest, man. They run this division. They're 5 straight. The last thing they're worried about is us. And that sucks, but that's the reality, TD. Accept it. And they're thinking bigger. So I think if I'm the Buffalo Bills, whether it's a guy like Myles Garrett, that trade would be crazy. If you can actually land Myles Garrett, that is like the greatest defensive player of this generation, arguably, that can come to this team and help you go out there. That would make a big impact. Someone like that. Maybe an offensive weapon or maybe a Max Crosby or maybe there's somebody out there that no one's seeing the Bills can trade for. Who that will be, I'm not too sure. I also don't know how they're going to figure it out cap space-wise. That's why it makes everything more tricky where it's not as easy. You can just sign, trade for somebody and absorb all that money. So we'll see. TD, any bold takes that you have for the Bills this offseason? Any move shocking? Or
I got 2.
Okay.
I got 2. I'm going to match Kobe's with the first one just for the season in general.
My
bold take is that the Bills win 7 games. That's number 1.
You say that every year. Why is that bold?
Because they haven't. They've won more. But this year, my bold take is they win 7 games. All right. My second bold take is a report that came out today on a player that the Buffalo Bills might be targeting. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Javon Holland to Buffalo. Wow. When I heard that, I ain't gonna lie, I had to hold on. Because he's gonna be one of the top free agents. Could y'all imagine if Javon Holland went to Buffalo? What's y'all thoughts on that? I probably would lose it, but what are y'all thoughts?
TD, where would you hate him more, the Patriots or the Bills?
The Bills. I thought about that. I went down the list. The Bills, he'd help and y'all would be good. It's just that until y'all do something special, I just don't fear y'all.
Wait, do you know
Buffalo adding him?
TD, do you know and I just thought of it now live on this show, who not to rule out for Javon Holland? The Jets. Because our biggest hole is safety. That's the only reason why I say it. Literally,
if there the whole scenario.
If you would rank the biggest need for the Jets in terms of obviously quarterbacks 1, but safety, we don't have anybody. We don't even have one starter.
We don't either.
And also, after the cap space increased, and hypothetically the Jets cut Rodgers, cut Devontae, cut Lazard, they can get over $100 million in cap space, the Jets, this offseason, which I had no idea that was happening. So you never know. The Jets all of a sudden have money.
The Patriots have about $130 million in cap space. I mean, them and the second place Raiders is like a $25 million gap. So the Patriots have significant amount of cap space, especially compared to the rest of the league.
We know
I think
got all the money,
Javon Holland, though, is a real possibility for the Patriots. They're going to want to succeed through their defense early on until they can build up around Drake Maye. The biggest hole on that defense, especially the secondary, is a free safety. They've not had a free safety since Devin McCourty. They've tried to rotate guys in there, but it hasn't worked out from them. This is an opportunity for them to go out in free agency, get an established guy from an in-division rival that plays free safety. I would watch the Patriots.
I agree with you, Kobe, but we'll still beat y'all.
Yeah, I think the Patriots.
He'll pick off Tua a couple times a game. That's all I care.
We'll still beat y'all. We'll still beat the Jets. But the Bills, if he go to the Bills, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be super duper mad.
You ain't beating.
But yeah, that was a report that came out today that the Buffalo Bills look to be targeting Javon Holland. I had to take a second look. I was like, TD, man,
you should make that's your TikTok. That's what you should make your TikTok.
I know.
On.
You know what? I got you, Richie.
100%.
I got you.
Yeah. So I think Javon Holland's an interesting name. I hope that he goes somewhere in the division. If he goes somewhere, I hope it's to the Patriots, to the Jets, or the Bills. I think that'd be fun.
If he doesn't go to the Jets, you would want Javon Holland to stay in the division. If Javon Hall doesn't go to the Patriots, I want him out of the division. I don't want to play him twice a year.
I don't want him in the division.
I want Garrett Wilson to keep owning him. If he's not a Jet.
Oh Lord.
I think Garrett Wilson's Garrett Wilson's staying. Aaron Rodgers not going, or Aaron Rodgers is gone. Garrett Wilson's staying, bro.
Yeah, that was part of the report too. That there's a way more feeling about Garrett Wilson's future after the Aaron Rodgers news.
Yeah, he's staying, bro. He ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, man.
Which I
but
hate.
we don't got anybody next to him right now. Currently, just don't look yet. You look. Who's the number 2 receiver? I'll let TD. Who's the number 2 receiver for the Jets next to Garrett Wilson? Heading into next year, as of right now, because there's no moves yet.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah, he's gone. I bet that.
Basically,
I
he's
know.
traded.
So we don't have him.
Nobody.
Yeah, we don't have him. Could you even name one? Like a receiver that's going to be on the Jets roster most likely next year, Colby? And
They're
if you
releasing Alan Lazard, so can't say him.
Exactly.
So quite literally, no. Tyler Conklin's a free agent, so I don't know who's catching passes.
Yeah, just our rookie Malachi Corley last year, who didn't get on the
There
field
you go.
once as a rookie. Wasn't on the field. Xavier Gibson, who's just like, he can get cut. I'm good on Xavier Gibson now. He's fun for a year or two. We need to revamp our entire wide receiver room, but the good thing is we actually have a stud. We have a number 1. He used to be, at least we have that. Like when you have Garrett, like you don't need eliteness next to him, but I think the Jets would be aggressive for a receiver this year too.
Y'all should get Darius Slayton. That'd be crazy. I mean, I don't want you to because I want him, but
He'll
that'd
be
be crazy.
available.
If y'all got Darius Slayton.
But isn't it crazy because, Colby, you reminding us that the Patriots have $130 million. Like, we always knew the Patriots were going to have the most cap space this offseason out of anybody. Like, that was a knowing thing. Like, this was your year to have the most money. And the Jets had 16 mil, so I'm like, the Jets can have nothing. But then after the cap space increase and I did all the math, realizing that the Jets are going to have 100+ million cap space, that changes everything for me. For like the perspective of my team going into the free agency. I don't expect the Jets to spend big though. I really don't in terms of splash, but they will be taking in a lot of former Detroit Lions.
Have you looked at the market yet? I'm gonna be honest. I don't love this free agency class. Like the Patriots have a lot of money. Are they gonna spend it all?
Yeah,
Hell no, it's not a great class.
Great.
Hey, guess what, guys?
You were making a TikTok?
No, he's doing the Renegade.
Oh my gosh! Did y'all see this report? NFL writer predicts Bills sign an AFC East rival in 2025 free agency. Javon Holland to the Bills. It might be over for the Dolphins if that happened, man. I'm just gonna be honest. It might be over. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope the Bills crash terribly. It's that simple. Oh, I just did a TikTok.
Let me see your screen. Did you do it right?
I don't know.
There you go.
Did you do it right, dude?
Is that logged into Roundtable?
No.
Oh.
It's logged into me, Richie. I didn't know.
Bro, I got to get more consistent with TikTok because, like, when I post,
That needs to be a Roundtable TikTok
views, man. My recent one about the Patriots uniforms got 12.8. Let's go.
That's all good, man.
I'll do it next time. I got you.
Let's all repost each other's TikToks. Help each other blow up.
One.
We just need
Yeah,
to
man.
each get to we need to each get to 10,000 so we can start getting paid.
I've been posting a TikTok every day, and it's all on Roundtable. And Colby posted one on Roundtable too.
I did. I posted a
Mike
Mike
Green.
Green video.
Fire. TD, we got to get you logged in on. Are you logged into the Roundtable TikTok on your phone,
I
TD?
ain't never signed in.
All right, I got to get you signed in. We'll
So
figure that
we
out.
gotta take care of that tonight.
I just want to remind everybody, we already have a bunch of people who signed up for the Glenn giveaway. So if you don't know, guys, Glenn is giving away a $50 tier Patreon tonight. All right? He is giving away a Hall of Famer for free, which is the entire access to our Patreon. The entire access to our Patreon, which is the link is in the description, folks, if you want to sign up today. Shout out to all of our 32 members that are part of the Roundtable Sports Patreon. We love you guys. There's a lot of stuff that you can get here, so make sure you guys go check it out. But Glenn is giving away a Hall of Famer tier. Sound the alarm, Colby. Hit it. Thank you. And the way you can enter is, we already have a bunch of people that signed up for the giveaway. Click the link at the top of the chat, folks. It'll take you to this morning's episode of Wake Up and Ball. Right? This was TD and I. We have a daily show in the morning starting at 8:30 a.m. All right, so go check it out. And what you guys got to do to sign up, we have a bunch of people here. Comment Glenn. All you got to do is comment Glenn. And whatever else you want to say, but you can just say Glenn. And then also subscribe to the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel. So you literally just got to do two things for a value of $50 giveaway monthly. All right, so we already have a bunch of people saying Glenn, man and the people. Justin says Glenn, Flick Shorts, everybody's in here. And Glenn is going to choose between one of these people that comments Glenn that enters the giveaway for a free member, $50 member on the Patreon. So that's how you guys can enter for a chance to win And a big shout out to all the Patreon members that are already part of it, man. We love you guys. Smash the like button. P. Jeezy started off the show with a $2 super chat saying, Dolphins is cheeks. You going to let him say that to the Dolphins, TD?
Listen, man, he know his team can't beat us. That's all I know. Not whenever it really matters. It's that simple.
That's all.
It's that simple.
His next super chat is Aaron Rodgers' cheeks.
Well, this is true.
He's been saying that forever. He says it every single live I'm ever live. He puts a $2 super chat saying Aaron Rodgers.
Get up, PGZ. Let's go.
Consistency.
Wait, hold on. Isn't he a Jets fan?
No. Wait, maybe he is. I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. Now I need to know. I need to remember.
All right, let's get into some bold predictions for the New England Patriots. Offseason.
Now that I know we're doing offseason, I got all my predictions ready. I was like, I got the regular season predictions ready.
Read the graphic, Colby.
That's my bad. I forgot to read the graphic, guys. I didn't read the subtext. That's what happened. That's what happens. I read the end of books. I don't read the beginning. I don't know what happened. The little
predictions for every AFC East team this offseason, man. Cameron put his time and effort to typing that out.
I read the first 5 words, and I was like, all right, let's go. We're going to run with it.
All right, let's hear it. So that means we can't hear a word. We can't hear the 2 words Drake Maye in this whole thing.
All right, well, I'll switch things up a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. Bold prediction for the Patriots this offseason. I think that the New England Patriots are going to sign multiple top-end free agents on the defensive side of the football. I know that's not a huge hot take, but I think everybody looks at the Patriots' money. They look at the offensive side of the football. Everybody thinks they're going to go offensive heavy. I think they're going to switch up the tempo. I think they're going to try to win, defensively early on in order to succeed while that offense is a little bit younger. It's a work in progress. So I think that we are going to see the New England Patriots completely change that defensive side of the football, change their philosophy this offseason, get the types of players that we're not used to seeing them get, more specifically at linebacker. We're used to see the Patriots really over the last 20, 25 years getting those big downhill thumping, run-stopping linebackers. I think now we're going to see them change a little bit. Maybe they go out and they sign Zach Ball to a 4-year deal, a guy who can set the edge, a guy who can shoot the gaps, but a guy who also has sideline-to-sideline speed and is really good in coverage. I expect the Patriots to make multiple big-end moves on the defensive side of the football, not just in free agency, but I think they're going to make some big trades too.
Wow. TD, anything that you see the Patriots doing with all that money?
Wasting it.
Well, they're going to have to waste some of it, right?
No, listen. The Patriots gonna have some fun this offseason. They're gonna have signing after signing after signing. They're gonna get a few big fish, man. I'm gonna tell you now. My count is about 4. You're gonna look up and they done brought in 4 impact type players. Kobe said it, guys like Bond. Very interesting. Very interesting moves. They got the money though. Only if they would go get a real quarterback that would help. But, they got the money right now. They're going to spend it. They're going to literally load up. I like that. But here's my bold prediction for the New England Patriots. The Patriots are going to win 7 games. An improvement from last year. I think they're going to be headed in the right direction. I think people are going to, when they have their free agency, people are going to look at them and say, oh, man, they're loaded up. They're about to do something special. It's a process. It's a process. Don't forget the quarterback is Drake Maye, so he's going to be holding them back for at least 2 years.
That's crazy. That's why, man. You hate Drake Maye so much. Now, look, I had my bold prediction ready for the regular season, but you know what? I'm going to wait. Because I know we're going to do bold predictions right before
regular season. He'll be benched by week 11. There go my bold prediction then. Regular season.
He's going to be benched by week 11?
Week 11. Weakest quarterback in the division.
So you think Josh McDaniels, who made Cam Newton look good on the back end of his career, made him look like a top 12 quarterback, but also making Mac Jones look good, a Pro Bowler, NFL's top 100, you don't think that he can make Drake Maye look good? That's logical to you?
I don't care nothing about what you made somebody look. What did you make them? Did you make them sustain it? Don't give me a little spurt. No, did you make them a better quarterback? Or did you hold their hand while they were there?
Josh McDaniels was there? Yeah, he made him a better quarterback.
I don't want to hear why he was there. I want you to actually transform the player. So even if you're not there, you can continue with those attributes.
Cam Newton was there for 1 year and then left, and then Mac Jones was here for 1 year before Josh McDaniels became the head coach of the Raiders. He couldn't teach them for multiple years.
Kobe, I don't know how many times I got to tell you this. Your quarterback is Drake Maye. Your quarterback is Drake Maye.
And yours is Tua. Yours is Tua.
About you better than Drake Maye? Better than Drake Maye?
He's more established right now. He's more established, but who's on an upward trajectory?
Stop that man.
Drake Maye.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Drake Maye was the epitome of garbage time last year.
That was because the defensive side of the football sucked.
Richie, didn't every week we come up in here, we said, oh man, did you see that by Drake Maye? Last 3 minutes when it didn't matter. Every time.
That Tennessee Titans game where his offensive line broke down the second that the ball was snapped and he avoided like 4 defenders, got hit while he threw the ball up. Ramondre Stevenson touchdown. The Patriots go into overtime. So you're telling me that was garbage time?
You're going to flex about the Titans for real.
I'm going to flex about the Titans. We're looking at the Patriots roster. Do we not understand that the Patriots have like the least talented roster in the National Football League?
The Titans. Shoot it in versus the Titans.
No, because look at what you just said. You guys, no. You can't get mad at me. You can't get mad at me and say, oh, well, it's all garbage time. But then the second I pull up a time that wasn't garbage time, you get mad about it.
Kobe, you played the Titans. The whole game is garbage time. The whole game.
Do you not realize we're worse than the Titans?
The Titans have the first overall pick.
Yeah, but here's like, are you not realizing how bad the Patriots have been the last 2 years?
And how bad you gonna continue to be?
You're saying, oh, it's just the Titans. Maybe for a good team, we're so bad that the Titans are a good team compared to us.
Tell me the good team Drake Maye did something against.
The Texans.
You're a better team than the Titans.
What?
You realize that?
You probably played them when both receivers were out.
Last
year. They had the first overall pick, dude.
Yes, but
that's the worst team in football. The Tennessee Titans have the worst team in football.
That's such a bad take, though. What team is better purely based off of who has a higher draft pick? The Titans have more talent than the Patriots, point blank.
I don't care about talent. Who was the worst team in football last year?
I don't agree.
Who lost the most games? You're going to base off of a season off of talent on paper or wins and losses?
Actually,
that's the only thing you should look at.
That's what you want to go off of. If you want to go off of pure wins and losses, then the Titans, the Browns, the Giants, they were all 3-win teams. The reason that the Tennessee Titans have the first overall pick is because the win percentage. The Patriots got one extra win because the Buffalo Bills sat every single starters in their final week. That's why the Patriots don't have the first overall pick.
Does that change the fact that your quarterback ain't good?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get to the core here. The Titans are the worst team in football. Okay, one of the worst.
And that's saying you flex with that. And then
no one cares about what Drake Maye does against the Titans.
I could probably look up the Houston game, and it's probably when Diggs, all the receivers was out.
So tell me why. So I guess under the same assumption, Patrick Mahomes is also a terrible quarterback because in the Super Bowl, he got blown out and absolutely rocked on the largest stage possible because his offensive line. No, because his offensive line couldn't keep up. Because his offensive line couldn't keep up and got him pressured on over 50% of his dropbacks. Drake Maye gets pressured on over 50% of his dropbacks all season long, and everybody's saying he looks bad, but nobody's giving him an excuse. How does that make sense?
So no, maybe he has 3 Super Bowl rings, and you're like comparing Drake Maye to.
No, but I would love for you guys to tell me. I would love for you guys to tell me how a quarterback is supposed to succeed with an offensive line that gets him pressured over 50% of his dropbacks and doesn't have a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. The Patriots had one of the worst rush games in the NFL this past year. They had the worst worst run blocking offensive line in the NFL.
You had Drake Maye,
pass blocking offensive line in the NFL. Please tell me what quarterback is going to succeed with that.
Kobe, you cannot compare quarterbacks when you got one with over 10 game sample size and you comparing it to one game by Mahomes.
I'm saying answer the question. No, I'm not comparing the quarterbacks. I'm comparing the situations.
The situation you're comparing Drake Maye, who's been in that, who literally has over 10 games under his belt in that, and Patrick Mahomes 1 game.
But you're saying that the reason that Mahomes wasn't successful is because of how pressured he got, because his O-line broke down, because he didn't have receivers. But all year long, Drake Maye was pressured on 50% of his dropbacks. All year long, Drake Maye had a worse rushing game. All year long, Drake Maye had a worse receivers. But we're not going to give him any excuses.
Okay, I see. You know what? You're right, Kobe. I see what's about to happen here. We about to sit back for 2 years and listen to all the reasons around Drake Maye why he doesn't succeed.
No, because if they give him an offensive line, they give him a wide receiver 1, and he can't do anything with it, I'll be the first one to tell you, yeah, he sucks. He's overrated. He has to move on. But no quarterback is going to succeed in the situation that was around him. You're asking him to play superhero football. It just doesn't make sense. He's a rookie.
Even if you give him an O-line, he's still going to be the third best quarterback in the division, only behind whoever the Jets draft.
That's why he was able to excel the offense past his limitations.
Cam Ward, baby. Cam Ward's coming to the Jets.
I hope Cam Ward does go to the Jets. He's overrated.
Yeah, man, he's gonna be a dog.
Y'all keep saying this about Cam Ward. Cam Ward is, man, listen, Cam Ward gonna be a top 5 quarterback next year.
No, he's not. Cam Ward's the type of quarterback where he's going to give you a 90-yard touchdown off his back foot. Everybody's going to go crazy, and then he's going to throw 3 pick sixes because he's so inconsistent. That's the problem.
Why do you think he's going to throw 3 pick sixes? Why do you think that? Like was he throwing 3 a week in Miami or something?
That's the problem with Cam Ward, is that during his time in Miami, he tried to put on the cape too much. He tried to play superhero football. He tried to do too much on the largest scale, and it bit him in the butt. It bit the team in the butt. He was turning the ball over constantly. He was making the wrong reads because he didn't just calmly sit in the pocket and take what's given to him. It's hard to get past that mental block. That's why I don't believe in him. I think he's the best quarterback in this class, but he's not going to be no top 10 quarterback.
Kobe, he threw for
the same person that told me Will Levis was a good quarterback last year.
Kobe, he threw for 30.
You told me Will Levis was a good quarterback.
He threw for 39 touchdowns and only has 7 interceptions. You said he gets 2 ahead of himself.
He does.
The man has 7 picks in college. It's 7 picks this year. And you like, oh, now we're getting the fumbles. Like you said, you just like, come on, I said turnovers. You gotta stop, man. Why are you hating on Cam Ward?
Because why are you gassing this dude up for no reason? Like, he's the best quarterback in this class, but he's not going to be a top 5.
Colby, do you know why he's gassing him up? There's a reason.
Because he's from Miami.
He's a fan of
Miami.
It ain't just that though.
Yeah, like, come on, admit it. There's a little bit of a bias there. You're a Miami Hurricane fan.
You gotta understand something.
I can't relate to it. I don't have a college football team that I watch, so I can't imagine what.
You have to understand me as a Hurricanes fan. I've been a Hurricanes fan since I was a child, okay?
Yeah, that's why.
Ever since 2001, when they robbed us with the Ohio State overtime, game over, we're celebrating, and 10 seconds later, a late flag come out, and then they started all the investigations, all the sanctions, and all of that. We ain't been the same. And for the last 15 years, I don't even watch Hurricanes football until about week 7. Oh, are we at least 5-2? Yeah, okay. Let me watch a few. 4-3 up. Nah, I'll see y'all next year. I don't play about the Hurricanes anymore. I already know what time it is.
So what does it have to do with Cam Ward?
Because you're trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm being biased because I didn't even care. He brought my attention back to the team. I was watching him, and I was watching this kid. I was like, man, we got a quarterback for the future. And then I realized, oh crap, he's only this 1 year and he out. The kid is super special. The kid literally carried the team on his back. Like we were just giving up points and points. It didn't matter. You see Joe Burrow's situation this year? Cam Ward was eating that alive. It's okay. Y'all gave up 7. Let me go get 7. Y'all gave up another. The defense just kept giving up points, and he just kept fighting. Cam Ward is that guy, man. All this slander from Kobe, you just mad he's better than Drake Maye. He ain't even in the league yet.
You hate on good quarterbacks. You hate on good quarterbacks, and then you gas up bad ones. You gas up Tua, bad. You gas up Cam Ward. He's not all that. You gassed up Will Levis last year. Terrible quarterback. Not even a starter in the NFL.
You really think
hate
Cam
on
Ward's
Josh
going to be a
Allen.
bust?
You hate on the top-tier quarterbacks.
My God.
So Colby, let me ask you this.
Them bad. That's crazy.
Tennessee Titans draft Cam Ward first overall. He's a bust?
I'm not saying he's a bust, but he's not going to be a top 10 quarterback. So I guess what do you define as bust?
A first overall pick. You have your franchise quarterback. He has got to get paid like in 4 years as the franchise QB for the Titans.
If he's the 15th or 12th best quarterback, would you consider that a franchise quarterback?
Who?
Cam Ward.
Is the 15th best quarterback in the NFL?
If he became the 15th best quarterback in the NFL, would you consider that? Would you consider that a hit on the first overall pick?
Like if the Titans draft Cam Ward and in 4 years they extend him as their franchise quarterback, but he's like 15 ranked.
Heck no, that's a bust. That's a bust.
Then there you go. I don't think he's a top 10 quarterback.
That's a bust. That's what Drake made it.
That's like Trevor Lawrence right now.
But you said
That's
after
Drake
4
Maye.
years, you saw 1 year from Drake Maye.
Well, Lawrence's
Man,
first
after
overall
4
pick.
years, Drake Maye gonna be 22nd.
That's
You
crazy.
see, like,
He's gonna go backwards.
The way I look at it is this, and shout out to E-Peace, by the way, for the $10 super chat. There ain't no competition for the Bills in the East, Buffalo, and they 3 sons.
Hold on, back up. You said
for
he's
the
gonna go
$10.
backwards. Where do you have Drake Maye ranked as a quarterback right now in the NFL?
I'll be honest. I don't know. I didn't evaluate him this year. Like I didn't evaluate him compared to other quarterbacks. To be
You
completely
just
honest with
saying
you.
he gonna go, that means he going backwards. That means you got a number in mind, Kobe.
Like to me, I can't really evaluate Drake Maye all that much when he doesn't have anything around him. Well, he doesn't have a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, run game, or O-line. Like, how do I really evaluate who he is?
Rank him, Kobe. Just throw something on the wall.
He's still like 27, 28, if that.
He ain't 27 and 28, but I'll give him 23. Kobe, do you agree?
Hey, man, he came in late into the season. I understand the situation around him. I'm not going to put him any higher because, again, it's the eye test, and I know nobody watched.
He has a chance to.
I know nobody actually watched Patriots football other than me.
Y'all put it in the chat. What's your rank for Drake Maye?
Y'all let us know who you taking to build your team around, Drake Maye or Tua. Let us know in the comments.
Julian, want to read this one, TD?
TD, why aren't we signing Holland? He costs too much and he ain't gonna be worth the money that we'd have to pay. Opinion on Hill? I have no opinion. He a Dolphin until he ain't. And he's a weapon that Tua absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, needs. So we better hope that they don't trade him.
All right. So this super chat that came in, do you know what he's referencing?
There ain't no competition for the Bills in the East, Buffalo and the 3. Yeah, I know what he referencing. Hey, listen, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Are you sure you want to leave that alone?
Yeah, when ladies, they can say whatever they want to say. They can talk trash. They can do all that.
Did you see it?
Ladies can say whatever. What they say.
But Josh Allen ain't off limits. It's
All
sad
right, so
you gotta have your ladies
Josh Allen's girl,
Josh.
Haley Steinfeld. That's where it's come from.
How many yards is a roughing the passer penalty? 15 yards. Name the 4 teams in the AFC East Division. You got the Buffalo Bills and the Bills' 3 sons.
Well, clearly she doesn't know football very well in terms of history. She probably just started watching football when she started dating Josh Allen, which makes sense. But, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
She's an Avenger. She's an Avenger. I'm not going to talk bad about her.
You just did, dude. I would never. I mean, you can't.
Hey, that's not bad. That was just facts.
But do you know what she said, though?
She's an Avenger. Yeah, you kidding me?
Which one is she?
She shoots the bows. You didn't see the TV show?
Well, yeah. One of the extra ones. Yeah.
She
be one of the kid Avengers.
But like in her defense, all she knows is the Bills dominating his division. So from that perspective, I can't hate it. I mean,
can't be mad at her.
Got to swallow the truth, man. It's the truth there. It's the truth. And it's funny how we're playing this when Dan's not here. It's just us 3. Like, oh man, that's funny. So hit the like button, folks. I want a goal, man. Do you think it's possible that we can get 200 likes? I feel like it's been a minute since we hit that goal because we're just around 100 right now. What do you guys think?
I think there's 554 people watching. I think only 100 is disrespectful or 200 is disrespectful.
We have 100 flat like buttons smashed. TD, you think we can get this to 200?
Yeah, we certainly can. Y'all push that like button, man. And if y'all watching on Twitter, come over to YouTube, Roundtable Sports, AFC East Roundtable. We live right now. Come on over.
And also, we do have a lot of people entering the giveaway, folks, by the way, to get a free membership on our Patreon. The way you can enter is clicking the link at the top of the chat. Go to this morning's Wake Up and Ball episode that TD and I talked about. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about free agency. We talked about basketball, football, baseball. We talked about everything here. And all you guys got to do is go to this stream from this morning, go into the comments, comment Glenn. See, a bunch of people are doing it. Glenn. All these people entered a chance to win this award. And also, the last thing you got to do is subscribe to Roundtable Sports. Click the subscribe button right there. All right? And then what that's going to do is give you a chance to get a free Hall of Famer Patreon member, which comes with so many things for free. All right? That's all you guys got to do. We're excited because we have a brand new member of the Hall of Fame membership on Patreon, which we're very, very excited about. It's a man that we're going to celebrate tonight. All right. We shouted him out. We shouted him out right before the show started. Well, TD shouted him out right at the top of the show. The newest member of the Hall of Fame, the newest member of the Hall of Famer member on Roundtable Sports, it was called the Glenn tier because Glenn was the only one signed up. But now it's the Glenn Lino TV tier officially. And whoever wins will have 3 officially. It's the man, the myth, the legend. There he is.
What's
Lino
up,
TV, bro.
What's up, Dolphin fan?
Hey, you forgot to mention AKA the Dolphin Killer. AKA, is that a Dolphin hater over there I see? Oh, let me
Hey,
get
that's
at him.
illegal. That's illegal.
Man, look what the name is you came in here with, man. We love
Yeah,
Tua.
man, I love Tua. I don't know what's the problem with these Dolphin fans, man. I love Tua. The way he just sit there and, the way he taps his helmet and he sees the defense and he takes his one-step drop and throw a pick. Oh, my gosh. It's unbelievable, baby. Like, I don't know how you don't like it.
Drake me.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted to say, man, first and foremost, thank you so much for supporting us and becoming a Patreon Hall of Fame member. We really appreciate that, and we're happy to have you part of the new membership here. We're good to see you.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Can have Glenn being the only one, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta represent, bro.
Lino, why don't you give us your bold prediction?
What type of bold prediction, though? Because you gave a bold prediction last week that I didn't like, but whatever,
Truth hurts.
Truth does hurt.
Give a bold prediction right now of your team, the Bills, in the offseason.
The offseason, what we're gonna do? We're gonna get Myles Garrett. It's gonna be a done deal for the rest of everybody. If we get Myles Garrett, then it's gonna be a wrap. But we're still gonna be number 1 next year in our division. We probably gonna win it have it wrapped up by week 12. And then we're gonna see the Patriots make their run, and they're gonna come in second. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this Drake May slander,
this common knowledge.
This Drake May slander is unbelievable, baby.
Crazy,
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
They don't know ball, bro. That's all.
He went to the Pro Bowl. What Dolphin went to the Pro Bowl this year? I'm listening.
What is wrong with y'all with all of it? What is wrong with the Patriots and Bills? Just love them.
I remember when Mac Jones was a Pro Bowler.
Because
as a rookie,
real recognize real. They recognize how good we are. We recognize how good they were. They ran the division. Now it's our turn. Y'all don't got a chance. Y'all too be hating on
coddle. You know what it is? It's a first and last place coddle. That's what it is.
And y'all two do the same. Y'all two do the same.
It's a first and last place coddle. That's all it is.
We weren't in last place till 2023. We had respect with Bills fans before that. So even that theory doesn't make sense.
And then back-to-back years, this is when it started.
What happened?
This is the problem, though. TD and Richie like to jump on the Bills, and they like to jump on the Patriots together. They like to gang up and do that. So they act like they don't be on their kumbaya too. Come on now.
What do you mean? But I go into the Dolphins, and TD goes into the Jets, so there's no kumbaya at all. It's very neutral.
No, TD don't go on the Jets as hard as he go on the Bills. More importantly, because I don't know why you hate us. I mean, I don't understand that part. I mean, so what if we beat y'all 3 years in a row and y'all don't get no type of wins on us?
Y'all overrated.
We overrated.
I'm just waiting for Josh Allen's deflator gate or whatever it's gonna be.
It's gonna be 10 years from now when he in the. It's gonna be 10 years from now when he in the Hall of Fame. That's when it's gonna be there. And you still not gonna be able. You know what?
Josh Allen ain't winning the Hall of Fame.
You stay here and get an MVP. Now look what happened.
Oh,
keep coming up with these predictions, TD. I love it.
Listen.
You're the queen of predictions right now.
That was a charity award.
We'll take it.
Josh Allen with no MVP, but it's all right. He'll take his little one. He takes his little one. It's all good. Until you got two, you ain't ready. Until you got two.
He's about to be back to back. That's my bold prediction. I'm sorry, my bad. That's my bold prediction.
Every game.
Back to TD. We don't throw picks against y'all. We win against y'all. We're not worrying about the Dolphins. We love playing y'all. Love it.
Right.
The Jets, we're not worried about the Jets.
You have a bold prediction for any of our 3 teams? Dolphins, Patriots, Jets.
Like I said, Patriots is gonna do their thing this year. They're gonna shock a lot of y'all. They're gonna fix that old line up with all that cap space.
Oh my gosh.
Variable is going to show y'all what it's like to build a defense from ground up this offseason. They're gonna make a good run, man. I'm telling y'all.
They gonna beat the Bills?
Huh? We split with them. We out of both our right team, we split with them the most.
It's true.
Oh, y'all. Oh, my God. Because y'all overrated. That's why. But that's all right. We'll see next year.
Then why can't you beat them?
We will.
Thank you.
Don't talk about it.
We
Be
will.
about it. Why
Hey.
can't you beat them?
This is year 5. This is year 5 of you saying that, TD. But injuries, y'all love y'all little injuries. Ooh, my injuries.
We'll be healthy next year.
Oh, man. I can't believe, Lino, to be honest, TD's narrative of the Dolphins suck this year because of injuries. It's just like,
I can't either.
ridiculous. That's
what?
the way you cope with it.
I'm glad you said that, Richie, because when they
why
did
you
beat
suck
us,
2 years ago.
Our starter was out for the whole season.
Oh, injury. Oh.
Well, that was different. I mean, that was historic.
But our starter is out every year. So, like, stop, man. Everybody know if we help.
hey, Richie, you know what's funny
Yeah,
about
but
that?
then he played, and then we got rid of him because he wasn't playing good enough. You're keeping him and keep paying him. The big difference. You still have him as your starter going into next year. That's the difference.
I'm glad you brought that up, Richie, because whenever the Dolphins did beat us, and they beat us by 3 points, we talked about our injuries, and they said, y'all some whiners. Why y'all whining about injuries? And ever since then, that's all Dolphins been doing, whining.
You know what? You act like the Dolphins don't play y'all well. Y'all been beating us by 3 points, too.
You don't.
Y'all
we
been
smack
beating us
y'all.
by 3 points. No, you don't. No, you don't.
TD, we don't smack y'all every year, at least one of those games.
The last time we had one of them because it was early in the season. The Tua got hurt in that game. We were on our way back.
It's just sympathy, man. We want y'all to catch up. We be like, well, let's see what they can do. We gonna play around with these fools.
When Tua came back, y'all had to make a 60-something yard field goal to win that game.
We won the game. TD, you take wins. You don't matter what it is.
We play
beat somebody.
Y'all know what time it is. We coming up.
Oh, man.
Hey, beat somebody over 500, then talk to us.
Do you have a bold prediction for the Jets?
I'll take care of y'all.
Or are they too unpredictable at this point?
Actually, everything is super new. I mean, I like Aaron Glenn a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I like him a lot. I'm kind of mad that y'all did get him, especially with the defensive players that y'all do got. We'll see if y'all buy into his system. But the quarterback is very, very, very mystery, man. Very mystery. I mean,
the deepest mystery of the offseason, I think.
Even if you get Cam Ward, it's still going to be a mystery as well, which I don't know why Flex be glazing him super hard. I mean,
he's another Cam Ward fan.
Cam Ward he played okay this year, no problem at all, but come on, y'all be glazing Cam too much. Y'all be glazing that boy too much. I think Shador is a step above because he had to work with less on offensive line wise.
Hey, Richie, have you been watching those videos of Cam Ward and Shador working out together?
I'll be watching them. They be talking trash to each other.
Yeah, you know what time it is. You know who the better quarterback.
Yeah, Shador.
He told Cam Ward just yesterday. He told him. He said Cam Ward told Shador, man, you want a completion percentage award from all of that dinking and dunking. I throw the ball downfield. If I dinked and dunked as much as you, I'd have had 91% completion percentage. You already know. Listen, Cam Ward said, I throw the ball downfield. Yeah.
He's more accurate, though. Shador is more accurate. Shador is more accurate, man.
We might actually get Cam Ward.
Man, you wish.
You wish.
I hope y'all do.
Look,
the Titans won 4.
Yo, the Titans getting Cam Ward, and that's what it's going to be, man. The Dolphins give up, man. Y'all pipe dream is down the road. Y'all already got your quarterback. We love him. We wish him the best this season. You know what I mean? And Tua, man. He's going to be that guy.
We're excited
didn't stop doing this.
Lino, I want to say, Lino, again, thank you for becoming the Patreon member of the Hall of Fame tier. We got to get Glenn on, so there's going to be a third person joining you. There's going to be a third person joining you in this, which we're excited for Glenn to pick right now. So, Lino, appreciate you, brother, and we love you. Yeah,
no problem, man. Appreciate it, man. Shout out to Glenn, too, as well. You know what I mean? All right, fellas.
Lino, have a good night, brother.
Let's go to it. Let's go to it.
Let's go to it.
Lino's team is the Buffalo Bills, by the way, for those wondering. Lino is a Buffalo Bills fan, for those wondering. Guys, hit the like button, please. Hit that like button on your way in, please. The goal is to 200 likes. And by the way, before we bring Glenn in, I want to gift something to the chat myself on behalf of the AFC East Roundtable.
5 memberships.
Dolphin fans only.
Congratulations! The AFC East Roundtable has given away 5 members to the YouTube program. Infrared Jets. Kevin Lee.
That's the setup, Richie.
Dunn71.
All of them Jets fans, man.
King Lowski gets a member, and Joshua
That guy's still around.
as a member as well. Let's go, man. Congratulations. We got some new members. Spam the emojis. And I forgot again to change the Aaron Rodgers one because the last time I did this, they spammed Aaron Rodgers in the chat. And all I saw was Aaron Rodgers emojis, and it kind of drove me nuts. Just they're reminding me that Aaron Rodgers is no longer a Jet. And I'm still processing it. So stop spamming Aaron Rodgers in the chat, members. I got to change it.
We got King Lowski in here creeping. Yeah, we know.
Who should I change it to for the Jets? Aaron Glenn or wait for our next quarterback? Or like
Wait for the
Garrett
next
Wilson?
quarterback, bro. Wait for the next
'Cause
quarterback.
that's what it is. Man, Sarah's relentless. E-Piece. Infrared Jets is now doing it. Oh,
Sarah's
man.
funny,
Well,
bro.
luckily only the members can spam the emojis. If the whole chat had access to those emojis, oh my God, they'd be just spamming it. That would not be fun. Let's get into the Patreon mailbag. By the way, if you want to join Patreon, we talked about it before. The $10 tier does come with a Patreon mailbag option. If you guys did not know, for the $10 tier, you're able to join in and send us some questions via our exclusive Patreon, exclusive Discord. You get access to our exclusive Discord where you send in your mailbag questions. All right, so let's get into a mailbag question from DTN. DTN says, Colby, since we have Ryan Coden in our front office, will he act as the GM, or is it still going to be Elliott Wolf and Ryan Coden together?
Yeah, I think that's going to be them together early on. The Patriots made an interesting move today. They released linebacker Sione Takitaki. It frees up about $2 million for them, 2.6 to be exact. We know that they're not releasing him strictly because they're trying to free up money because, honestly, I just think the release came down to the fact that he didn't fit their specific system. And we know that Sione Takitaki was signed because that was an Elliott Wolf guy back when he had connections to the Cleveland Browns. To me, that says that this is going to be kind of a paired duo. I think depending on how they work together, the connection they have, how they're able to bounce ideas off of each other. If they can work well together, then we'll see them go back and forth between being dual general managers moving forward. If things don't work out well, Elliott Wolf isn't kind of clinging on to this new generation and era of Mike Vrabel's New England Patriots, and I think he's going to be out. I think that this is a trial year for Elliott Wolf. If not, then Coden is definitely going to be the guy that steps in because he also was someone we saw at the Senior Bowl.
Nice analysis. Thank you to DTN for the question. We have our second and final question in the Patreon mailbag. But before we get into that, thank you to JT because he just became a new member of the YouTube membership program. Shout out to JT. AFC East Loyalty. You get access to all the fun badges now. Lascelle asks in our Patreon mailbag, Richie, who are your favorite prospects instead of Warren and Dart? So instead of Tyler Warren and Jackson Dart, I think he's saying. I'm a big fan of Tyler Warren.
Watch the film, bro.
I did my homework on him recently, and I'm definitely liking Tyler Warren, Jackson Dart as well. Some prospects I feel like as well. I made a video today, Mason Graham. That's a very intriguing guy if he can fall to 7 for the Jets. I broke down a mock draft I saw on NFL.com this morning on my channel, and the mock draft had the Jets landing Mason Graham at 7, and the Jets trading back into the first round with the Chiefs for the 31st pick to draft Jackson Dart. And I would absolutely love that draft. If the Jets can get a premier defensive line talent like Mason Graham at pick 7 and then trade back into the first round for Dart, I think that would be an absolute awesome draft for the Jets. You guys know me, big fan of Jackson Dart, would absolutely love the Jets to draft him. And if they're still able to get the 7th overall pick, like my dream scenario with the hypothetical world of getting Dart is drafting someone at 7 and then figuring out a way to get him later on. So we'll see. There's a lot of other prospects that I love as well. Tet from Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wide receiver is unbelievable. I can see the Jets take a flyer at him at number 7 as well. I mean, Will Johnson is a guy I love. The Jets need offensive line. There's a lot. The safety class is super deep. So there's a lot of prospects I like for the Jets, man. It's going to be really exciting to see how it all plays itself out as the draft process unfolds. Kevin with a $5, and thank you for the Patreon questions. Now let's get into some super chats. Hey guys, question with no bias. If you input Fields or Wilson as a backup or starter, which team does he have more impact on, Miami or Jets?
I'm going with Miami just because they have an offensive-minded head coach. They also have Tyreek. They have Wall. I think they have the better supporting cast offensively. They got Jonnu Smith, who I think really popped off in their system. I think, also, the system they run offensively is a lot easier to thrive in because they run the second most motion in the NFL, just behind the Rams. So I would definitely say Miami.
Yeah, it's Miami, no brainer. The Miami Dolphins, the one thing they have is an offensive culture. Their head coach is an offensive mind. They have a system that works. The Jets have not had a system that worked offensively in my entire life. That's been our issue, is offense. We never had an offense. We had a defense my entire life as a Jets fan, it feels like, but no offense consistently. So,
I like Fields. I like Fields for Miami, but Russell Wilson probably would be a better fit with the Jets.
I want to get your thoughts about Justin Fields because there's a lot of predictions that are linking the Jets to Justin Fields. Do you think he's worth taking a flyer, like a one-year deal, like a prove-it deal, Justin Fields? And do you think he could be, like, does he have the ability to be, we saw with 3 quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, all first-round picks, did not work out with the teams that drafted them, became backups or journeymen, and then found a home, and then became the face of their team. Not saying they're top 10, but they're just guys that found themselves. Can Justin Fields do that, whether it's with the Jets or another team this year? Because there's a chance. Sure. What do you think?
I think he has the talent to do so. It's just a matter of the system. Again, like if the Jets can't move up and get a Cam Ward, I would actually go with the Justin Fields option. I'd actually do a 2-year deal, but only guarantee about 110% of it. Well, about 60% of it, and just in case he pops off. You still got him on the contract to make a decision and flexibility. But Justin Fields is a wild card out here, man. I think that he could still be maybe not elite in this league, but he could be a really good quarterback for a team with the right system and the right circumstances. Like if Kevin O'Connell can do what he did with Sam Darnold, imagine that plus mobility, that could be next level.
So Justin Fields to the New York Jets.
I would love Justin Fields in Miami.
What about you, Colby? Do you see if the Jets land Justin Fields, does he have a chance to find a home with the Jets long term, or is it just going to be a 1-year bridge type of year? Like, do you see any success with him at this part of his career?
Yeah, I really like Justin Fields. I think his game still translates very well to today's NFL. He has that mobility, which we've seen. He has that arm. I think it's the inconsistencies. I think he's the type of quarterback that just has to go to the perfect situation. Like, quite honestly, if the Vikings have some questions around their quarterback position and they feel like they need to add a guy, I think they'd be a beautiful, beautiful team to add somebody like Justin Fields. I'd love to see what they can do. To be completely honest with you, I think if he goes to the Jets, it's more of a 1-year deal. I don't think that the Jets are one of those teams that are going to take a quarterback that failed with multiple organizations and then somehow he succeeds with the New York Jets. It doesn't make sense. I mean, you look at Baker Mayfield, he started to succeed in Tampa Bay because he went to an offensive-minded team, right? He went to a team that had a really good personnel around him offensively, really good offensive coordinator. I just don't see that with the Jets. I think it comes down to the coaching staff, and I don't think that they have a good enough coaching staff in place offensively to get the best out of somebody like Justin Fields.
Yeah, I think the coaching staff for the Jets is more just unproven than anything. We don't know if they're bad yet or good. It's complete unproven. It's a lot of unknowns with the Jets on the offensive side of the field. Yeah, if the Jets sign Justin Fields, the last thing I'm expecting as a fan is he's our future. Mm-hmm. Like, he's our guy long term. He needs to prove a lot to me before I even say that. So we'll see. I think there's a lot of different ways for the Jets. Do you have any bold predictions for the Jets in terms of offseason moves? They're the most mysterious team this offseason because of the whole quarterback search, or do you see anything? Like, if you had to predict who's the starting quarterback for the New York Jets next season, like, what's your bold prediction there?
It's difficult. I think you guys are going to ideally, I think you want to get a quarterback in the first round, whether that's taking him where your pick's at, whether that's trading back in. I think you are going to get a bridge quarterback. I don't think it's going to be sexy. Maybe it's Sam Darnold. Maybe you bring him back. Yeah, maybe it is a Justin Fields. You guys have been linked back to Justin Fields, which is why I'm assuming we're talking about this in the first place. So I think that's the caliber of quarterback ultimately that you bring in. If we're talking about hot takes, I'm looking at the defensive side of the football. I think that's the side of the football that Aaron Glenn really wants to establish. I think with the amount of question marks you're going to have offensively from the coaching staff to the personnel, the quarterback, I think how you're going to succeed early on is kind of the same way the Patriots are going to succeed early on. That's through the defense. And looking at what Aaron Glenn has once coached, I think that he's going to go out there, whether it's via trade or free agency, and get a premier cornerback like Carlton Davis, one of the big name cornerbacks,
From
and
Detroit.
get a guy opposite with some size opposite of Sauce Gardner.
Carlton Davis is a big name I think the Jets could sign because he's coming from Detroit too, Colby. And the thing about Aaron Glenn, and TD and I had a conversation this morning on Wake Up and Ball about defenses. You talk about a scheme that does rely on the back end. Do you know whose scheme relies on the back end? I would say a lot, TD. Aaron Glenn's.
Yeah.
The Lions' defense was all about the secondary. They drafted a safety in the second round, and in the third round, turned Kirby Joseph into an all-pro, drafted Brian Branch, moved him into the slot, had him at, like, this Lions had such a good secondary under Aaron Glenn. And Glenn is a former corner, all-pro with the Jets, so he has experience of being a lockdown corner. So
Richie,
I can see the Jets be very aggressive for a guy like Carlton Davis because we have a big hole with DJ Reed hitting free agency.
Well, Reed, what am I saying? Richie, I think you're going to go out there, going to get Carlton Davis at cornerback, and then what you're going to do in the first round, no one's probably expecting this. You're not going Mason Graham, not going Jackson Dart.
Tyler Warren.
Going Starks, the best safety
that's who we
in
get. Stop.
the draft class. Best safety in the draft
At 7?
class. Absolute dog. Maybe you trade down. No. Maybe you could. I think you could trade down and still get him, but you trade down, get some extra draft capital. Maybe you trade back into the first round, but you get Starks and you solidify that secondary. That just feels like
Miami selecting Starks at 13. I'm gonna tell you
That would be the biggest Aaron Glenn move. If that's the draft pick, if the Jets figure out a way to draft him, which is definitely a bold prediction, which is on brand for what the conversation is here, man, they got my wheels turning. Because at first I was thinking maybe Will Johnson, if they don't get Carlton Davis and say they go into the draft with a huge hole at CB2.
Malachi will be a Dolphin.
But Malachi Starks, that would be an Aaron Glenn move. We'll see. TD, any bold predictions for the Jets that they do this offseason in terms of any moves? If you predict who their quarterback's going to be or some type of trade, free agency, anything?
Yeah, they trading Breece Hall.
Okay.
I think they're trading Breece Hall. They're going to invest in Garrett Wilson long term. They're going to invest in Sauce Gardner. Breece Hall going to be the odd man out, and they're going to build a team. They're not going to spend big bucks on a running back. I just think that they can survive without him, and they can continue in the draft finding running backs to replace him. But that's my bold prediction is that Breece Hall will not be a Jet at least not past this year. But I think he'll be moved.
You know what, TD?
That's a hot take.
I really don't think you're wrong. And I've been saying this. If there was one person that's expendable this offseason, it's Breece.
Yep.
And because of the reasons, remember this, we drafted in 2022, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson in the first round, 3 first-round picks. Breece Hall was a second-round pick, which means we don't have a fifth-year option with him.
No fifth year.
Which means this is his final year. Where Sauce, Garrett, and Jermaine, we have the fifth-year option flexibility, so we have them technically for 2 more years. So this is Breece's contract year coming up. And if there was anybody on this roster that has any value from a trade aspect, because look at it from this perspective, the Jets have a brand new regime, brand new front office, brand new general manager here. Like, they're going to look at their team and be like, okay, who's valuable that we can trade to kind of bring in some of our guys? Breece really fits the mold for a potential trade. Also, he was disappointing last year. The team was, I'm a big Breece Hall fan. Absolutely love him. I would love to have him long-term. I think he's a baller. I think he hasn't reached his full potential in the league. I think if he does get traded, by the way, wherever he goes, he's going to ball. I'm telling you. Like, Breece is going to be a dog. Hopefully he's on the Jets. And I don't want this to happen, by the way. I don't want to be on record like, yeah, I want the Jets to trade Breece Hall. Absolutely not. I want the Jets to figure out a way to keep Breece long-term and for him to fulfill his potential that we drafted him to be. But I do think, TD, what you said, it's possible.
You think about a 3rd-round pick?
What do you mean? No.
In a trade? What you think you get for Breece, knowing that they got to pay
I
him?
don't think they'd flip Breece for a pick. I think it would have to be with some type of player in return or trading up, like aggressive trading up or something, or like for a player. I don't think they're just going to flip him for a 3rd. I think that would be pointless. I'd rather go into this season with a full year of him starting than just trade him for a 3rd-round pick. Like, I'd rather see, because
you could just play him this year and get the compensatory when you lose him in free agency.
Also, don't look at this. Breece, he's a big candidate for the franchise tag next year. The running back franchise tag is the cheapest out of all of them. So if Breece balls this year, by the way, for example, with the Jets, and he fulfills his potential that a top 5 running back, which has always been what he was supposed to be, the Jets have the leverage to franchise tag him too. $15 million. And the Jets have a lot of cap space. So that's another thing. I hope that doesn't happen, TD. I hope you're wrong, but it is something that you definitely got to talk about, which is why we are breaking down bold predictions. Lascelles says we also have Braylon Allen. Yeah, that's another part. It's not like we have bad running backs behind Breece. Braylon Allen could be a number one back in this league. I promise you that, man.
You keep drafting. Yep.
And this draft class at running back is deep. You can get another one. So, interesting stuff there. Julio, Jets will be a running team next season. Jets QB needs to be a game manager, not a game changer. Expecting a big year for Breece. Love that, Julio. Appreciate the super chat. Also says, Dart is overrated. Stat padded against bad teams and doesn't play under center. Hard pass, says Julio. Yeah, the one thing that I'm concerned about with Jackson Dart is the style of offense he played in. Is it going to translate to the NFL? Playing out of the shotgun, running RPOs. It's very vanilla, very simplistic. If there was one concern with Jackson Dart's game, it's definitely that. Being able to process the field, process an NFL playbook. That really is going to be make or break his career in the NFL. Kevin says, Miami face the facts. Question, guys, is Tua and Mike done after this year if they underperform? I say 100%. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. Julio, another super chat. Jets fan here. I'm not on board with Dart. We have more starter roles to fill. Get Fields who can start now. Jets have too much talent for a rookie QB. So Julio is making it known, man. Julio, thank you so much. That's your third super chat you sent in tonight already. Thank you, Julio.
I agree with Julio. I think Jackson Dart is a fun player. I think he's an intriguing guy, but like there's something about him that to me just it screams bust. Like I don't know, man. I don't know if it's his work ethic. I don't know if it's some of the rumors we've heard about him, but there's just something about him that to me, like, I don't know if he's ready mentally and from a mature standpoint to truly take on an entire like NFL team. There's something about him that to me doesn't scream franchise quarterback. This is not a good quarterback class for the Jets. Build around your system. It's year one of a new regime. You're not realistically going to be good anyway. Wait till next year in a better quarterback class to get your guy.
Well, the next topic, and that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. The next topic is a very interesting one. It's going to ruther some feathers here on this panel. Shout out to the proud sportsbook sponsor of the channel, BetUS. Big time shout out to them, by the way, because they are the #1 online sportsbook, folks. So big time shout out to BetUS. Receive a 150% bonus on your first deposit using the code YouTube150. The odds we're looking at is going to fire somebody up. MVP odds next year. Guess who's the favorite? Lamar Jackson.
As it should have been. It should have been the winner this year.
Why is Lamar Jackson favorited to win the MVP next year when he didn't win this year?
Because he's the best quarterback in the NFL. He's the best quarterback in the NFL. And now that they done gave Josh his little consolation prize because they felt bad for him, now they don't have to feel bad anymore. They can get back to business as usual. So Lamar Jackson, the best quarterback in the NFL from a talent standpoint. And people trying to penalize him because he got a running back this year. But you forgot he did the same thing without a running back. So I'm sorry. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me.
Yeah, talent doesn't mean best quarterback, though. I understand why. I mean, he played really good football 2 years ago, won MVP this past year. Statistics were even better. I think he and the Ravens in general are going to be very motivated to try to get a Lombardi. Kind of fallen off the last few years, I feel like, in the postseason, right when they're there. But a guy that I think, and maybe this is under the radar, but Joe Burrow, man. Like, I understand why they don't have him as the most likely to win MVP, but this is a guy that to me is going to be in my top 3 most likely to win MVP. More than likely they get Higgins back. I think they're going to make some moves in free agency. I think he's motivated. They played really good football last year. He should have been more talked about in the running for MVP last year, but given their standings and in missing the playoffs, nobody really did it. Joe Burrow, I think, is very, very motivated. I think he hears the hate. He hears everybody criticizing him. He's a guy to watch.
A name, if I'm going to bet right today on next year's MVP out of all these people, I'm going to put my money on Jaden Daniels at plus 1,000. I like the odds for Jaden Daniels at plus 1,000 right now. If there was a dark horse to win it, year number 2, I mean, there was MVP hype about CJ Stroud last year after his sensational rookie season, and then he flopped. So I'm not going to say it's going to happen with Jaden Daniels, but something to keep in mind. But I wasn't really high on CJ Stroud after his rookie season. I'm on record for saying that. I'm very high in Jaden Daniels after coming off his rookie season. I really am. I think that's not a fluke. I saw something different in that guy this year in the playoffs. So my money's on Jaden Daniels. Early bold prediction. Go check out BetUS to make your bets. Really good value over there if you want to get your early MVP bets for next year. And then we can come back a year from now and talk about it. Who won these bets? Red Hood with the $5. Jets should get a quarterback, especially when Trevor, Kyler, and Archie are going to be available next year. Yeah, I mean, that's the big conversation. This is how I look at it. Draft a quarterback this year and draft another one next year if you have to. Keep trying until you find one. If the Jets got to draft a quarterback every year before they get one, so be it. I don't want to, not take a flyer this year just because next year's class is better. Am I wrong for saying that, TD? Some people are saying the Jets shouldn't draft a quarterback because the class is better next year. I don't want to wait a year just because the class isn't good. Take a swing.
For me, you draft one every year until you get one. I just think it's the most important thing now. But hey,
Lino,
who am I?
Says Josh Allen again, baby MVP. If not him, then Tua. LOL. There you go. Lino coming out here with the facts. Tua! Folks, hit the like button. We're trying to get to 200 likes if we can by the end of the show. That would be awesome. We're at 146 likes, so please do us a favor. Smash the thumbs up button right now. Right now, folks. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's get to 200 likes. All right, man. It's time for Glenn to come on in and talk to us because he has something to give away. Glenn was the first ever Hall of Fame Patreon member. It was called the Glenn tier, but now it's opened up to the Glenn and Lino TV tier, basically. All right? So everybody welcome on in. No one other than Glenn.
Let's go, Glenn.
Hello. How are you doing tonight?
What's up? What's up?
Interesting. Hey, Kobe.
What's up, bro?
Now, I understand you have high hopes for your quarterback. Everybody should. But dang, you listed like 15 stuff that they have to improve to make the quarterback better. How much money do you guys think you have? You could have $2 billion and not fix that line, not fix that team.
2-year rebuild. You draft well, you go into free agency. It's going to take 2 years, 2 to 3 years for sure. It's not going to happen in one offseason.
I think, well, if I was New England, I would just would want, okay, what I wouldn't want is take that step back as a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you want is an improvement. You don't want that step back. You didn't have a great year this year, but next year, if you get 6 to 8 wins and competitive, that's it. The Jets, man, you guys just need to. I have a bold prediction for them. They're going to panic, and they're going to jump up into the 5th slot and still pick the 3rd best quarterback in the league or in the draft.
We're not going to trade up for Jackson Dart. No way.
Yeah, you are. Remember, we all said this about the last year. Wait. Remember last year we said, oh, no, the first 2 quarterbacks are going to go and all the other ones will go in the last half of the draft? Where did they end up at? All of them in the top 15.
All of them in the top, yep.
Teams panic, and they jump up to make that quarter. Like you say, if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have nothing.
Nothing. It don't matter.
All right, man.
It don't matter.
We're trading up for Jackson Dart. Come on, Jackson.
No. And I
I
ain't saying you don't draft up. What I'm saying is you don't jump in front of the Raiders.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me. Glenn, you're right, because it's kind of crazy to me. My bad,
and
Glenn.
Stuff. That's all I'm saying is that they don't jump in front of the Raiders, so they got the 3rd pick or the 3rd best quarterback in the draft. And waiting for next year for a quarterback, that's stupid.
Yeah.
How do you know you don't have a good season and you don't finish 14th? Or a better season and finish 14th?
You're just going to punt out a whole year just to hope that we can get a quarterback next year?
Yeah. And that's my whole point that I try to tell people, man. You could build that team all you want. If you don't have that quarterback, you wasting a lot of people's talent. I want you to think about it. Has Breece Hall, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, 4 years down the drain? It's like they were good, but they're not having any postseason success. You're wasting guys' careers. and losing. These guys want to compete in the playoffs. You got to go find your quarterback. And you got to find a guy.
I know. I agree. It'll be Cam Ward, and you're going to be forced to be a Jets fan. Glenn, but I did want to say, since you're on here, you are giving away a Patreon member, and I want to remind the people about that. If you guys want to win a Glenn member, all you guys got to do is click the link at the top of the chat, come to the Wake Up and Ball episode this morning, subscribe to Roundtable Sports, and comment Glenn underneath. Subscribe to the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel, comment Glenn, and that'll give you a chance to win a Patreon link.
There's so many names in there. Richie, I seen all those names. I'm like, I don't have to have you pick, or you and Kobe pick something. Scroll up, scroll down. I mean, I just don't know how to do it with that, and then do a stop thing, whatever. That's a lot of names that.
I know. We'll do it random, but you're just gonna induct the randomness.
Yeah, do something random, and then as soon as we find out the name, I do a because you could actually do it, but you have to put their name in there on who you want it to go to.
Yeah, so we'll get that sorted. So if you guys want to enter your final chance, last call, we're going to announce the winner in a few minutes here. All right, so go over to that link of this morning's episode of Wake Up and Ball right now. The link is at the top of the chat, folks. Just go there and comment Glenn and subscribe to the Roundtable Sports channel, and we're going to do it. We have 24 comments. Let's refresh, see if there's any more. 26 comments.
Also, while you're doing that, here's a big bold take on Miami.
Let's hear it.
They don't invest in a quarterback, and two is going to play the whole season and not get hurt.
Who are they going to invest in?
They don't put big money in a quarterback in a thing. They don't pay a quarterback anywhere from $5 to $10 million for a backup quarterback. And two, don't play the whole year. So they pretty much wasted that $10 million.
Yeah. So you think Tua's going to stay healthy? Is he going to play well?
Yeah, I think he'll stay healthy.
How many wins do you win if he's healthy? How many wins do you have?
If he's healthy, he's pretty much, when he's healthy, he's good for 9 to 11 games. And that's just his history. He's good for
Winning
9 to 11 games. Man, it depends on. Miami has to get home field advantage. Oh, and another bold thing is Buffalo don't have to play Miami early in the season in Miami. They ain't don't like that.
It is hard.
Buffalo ain't don't like that.
We'll see. King Jamie says, I enjoy the Wake Up and Ball show. It makes the drive to work better for sure. We appreciate that, King Jamie. We're trying to make your mornings a little better. You waking up and balling with us, Glenn, in the morning?
Man, I'm up there every morning, and I hear you guys. I'm up there every morning to listen.
I know.
I'm at work by then. So I just put my thing in and listen to it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, shout out to you and King Jamie for the support every single morning, and everybody in the chat who supports us. We appreciate it. I don't know where TD went.
So y'all make that selection. I'll hear it, and then I have them on there. So if you want them to show up tonight, hurry up and do that. You go ahead and announce it, and then I could get on and get them on the Patreon and put their name on real quick.
All right. So the way I'm gonna do it, Glenn, is you got all the people to the left. I'm just gonna don't say anything yet. You got all these comments. You're gonna say stop, and when you say stop, I'm gonna stop scrolling, and then whoever the mouse is closest to is going to be the winner.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
That's
all right,
fine.
chat. This is for a Hall of Fame member of Patreon, which gets you able to access to call in. The only Patreon tier that allows you to call in, like Glenn and Lino TV, plus you have everything else that comes with it, all paid for by Glenn. So this is Glenn's present to whoever is about to win. So let the drum roll please happen. We got to play some type of music or something. This is intense. What's the music choice? Acoustic cinematic. Uh-oh. All right, Glenn.
Refresh
Don't do
it. Refresh it.
Okay.
All right, yeah, refresh it in case any last minute. Good call, TD.
Any last
All right.
minutes?
I'm not looking, so I can't see what you're doing.
All right,
But
so
tell
just
me
give
when
it like 10 or 15 or 20 seconds and then say stop.
Yep. Stop.
Oh boy. Mouse isn't showing. But guess who it is? It's Flick Shorts.
Oh,
Flick Shorts is the winner. Oh, look who it is.
Who is it?
Flicks is back in the game.
Flicks.
Flicks is back. Glenn, what do you got to say to
What?
Flicks?
I'm here.
What do you got to say to Flicks? He just won.
Oh, congratulations.
That's all. Just congrats.
He crashed it out.
Just congrats. Glenn got too hype.
Dolphins, baby. Let's go.
There it goes, man.
We
Glenn,
in
where'd
here,
you
man.
go?
Glenn!
Glenn,
Oh, he's back. Hey, yo, he
Yeah.
transported inside.
you hear
Hey,
us?
yo.
You good?
Glenn is transporting.
Glenn is going in and out. He
Glenn
gave away
working-
his. He
Glenn
gave
working
away his
Area
whole.
51, man.
I think Flick's already hacked into his Patreon. He already won, and then all of a sudden now we're gonna see Flick show up.
Glenn working Area 51, man. We already know what time it is. See, he laughing like, oh, man.
Glenn, you hear us? I don't know what happened there. All right, well,
Congrats, Flicks.
yeah, we lost Glenn, but now we know who got it. We're gonna organize it and make sure everyone has their opportunity to get there. Lino says, Glenn, don't matter when we play, y'all. We sweeping y'all like always. Let history repeat himself.
Cap. Next year going to be a new year, baby. I can't wait.
You say that every year.
I was about to say.
Yeah,
Like, at
but
least I'm
it's
not
a
on
new
record
year.
to say the same thing every year. That's refreshing. Like, you literally
It's a
are.
new year.
You know that's like the definition of delusion, right? Like expecting
Like,
a
you
new
are
outcome to happen.
literally on
We doing stuff different now.
What's different? You've done nothing different.
200 like buttons goal
Gonna be healthy.
is going to fail, man, because we're at 151 likes, folks. That's it. We're at
Punch that
151.
like button.
Punch the like button, man. And congrats to everybody who subscribed to the Patreon, man. It's a fun time. So we're going to wrap up the show here, guys. The bold prediction for each AFC East team is in the books. We're excited for what's to come. Make sure you guys check us out, of course, on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel, where TD and I are live every single morning. Colby is going to be doing the episode, Mock Draft 2.0 on
Yes, sir.
Draftaholics
Tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern, live on Roundtable Sports main YouTube channel. Me, Bro Schmo. You guys know Bro Schmo. He's like the #1 draft guy on YouTube. Dose of Dion, Derek. We are doing another first-round mock draft, but this time with trades. So it's going to be fun.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, with trades. It's gonna be
So
crazy.
here it was, the first episode. Make sure you guys go check it out. It was an awesome time. You guys can go and skip to your team and where they picked it. You got Dose of Dion, Colby, Broshmo, Derek. This is our Lions and our Colts guy and our draft guy with Colby, of course. This was last week's episode, and they'll be doing this week's episode tomorrow. And make sure you subscribe to this channel, Roundtable Sports Network, where you find all the Wake Up and Ball shows, as well as Draftaholics, and even Dan Mitchell Show coming soon. A lot of fun things happening, folks. We love you guys so much for tuning in. Shout out to BetUS again for sponsoring the channel. Cannot do this without BetUS. Man, you got to love BetUS. What do you guys say to BetUS, TD?
Well, what I gotta say is thank you everyone who tuned in tonight. Dan Mitchell couldn't be here. He was scared to face the heat as always. Is that y'all king, Bills fans? Is Dan Mitchell your king? He's scared to be here to face the heat. It's all good. You know, this is what he does. We'll see him next week, and I'll give him the business. Shout out to all the mod squad. Shout out to all the members of the channel, and special salute to everyone on the Patreon. Thank y'all for supporting the show continuously. Next week, bigger and better. We'll see y'all Monday.
Last super chats. Kevin says early team record predictions.
I don't even have one. I don't know
I
what
don't
my
have a
team's gonna look
quarterback,
like yet.
Kevin.
17-0.
Yeah, so
I'll
just don't
say-
listen to TD, but
I'll say
Super
7
Bowl,
wins.
baby.
7 wins right now, but
That's
after
my
we do
smart,
the
Richard.
offseason, I'll say 10.
I'm gonna say 6 to
Both
8
of
right
y'all
now.
around 7 wins. Both of y'all
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
around.
you're
7
you're in purgatory, so congrats on your 10 or 11 wins. You
Our
should do this
purgatory
giveaway
will
every
still
month.
be better than y'all.
Lisselle, is Glenn going to give it away? Yeah, maybe we'll give away one too. We appreciate everybody. That was a fun giveaway. Congrats to Flicks for winning.
should
Lino
do the
says, can
giveaway
I
every
join the
month."
mock draft show? That's up to Colby. He's the host. We would have to figure out a way to
that'd be dope
find a
as a
pocket of time
guest.
within the Draftaholics where you have some people in the Hall of Fame tier. You just drop. I
Yeah.
can teach you how to do it, of how to
You
drop.
can always
it in
just
so they
join it
get-
at the end, or
Let
like,
them
or
come
like
through and make
schedule it.
that terrible Bills pick.
Schedule it for like 6:20, 6:15, something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
can,
And
you can schedule
what
it, and
coming
then
in,
the
what-
more
what
people that
coming
come,
in.
you never know. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
we'll open it up for you tomorrow for a quick call-in segment at the end. Maybe he can like analyze the draft.
Yeah,
something
let us
like
know
that.
your thoughts. Let me know how I cooked.
Ha!
You know what I'm saying? I don't
All
even know if
right,
I'm gonna
well,
have
go
it yet,
check
but-
that out, folks. We love you guys. Shout out again to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of the channel. Don't forget to use the code YouTube150 when signing up for them. Much love to BetUS and everybody tuning in. The like button on your way out. We'll see you guys next time.
Flick, send us your email so we can send it to Glenn so he can gift you the Patreon. All right.
Sounds good. Peace.